Well, this is the XT-Cam EX3, or also known as the BMW EX3. It's basically a variation of the EX1 that's come out. The key features in terms of the EX1 that you'll find is that it's recording onto S/S media. Now the benefits really here are that it's an industry standard in terms of an interface that's found widely on most laptops delivered today from Apple, Sony and Dell. And it's really promoting a more IT-centric workflow. We use a variation called S/S, and basically what that means is that we guarantee a capture rate of 45 megabits, and that's what's really needed to put the hired codec onto this media. Recording length about 30 minutes for an 8 gigabyte card and about 50 minutes for a 16 gigabyte card. So in essence, all of the Sony cameras use MPEG-2 long GOP, but one thing that we've done with the EX range is we're actually rewrapping that as an MPEG-4 file. The reason that we're doing that is that there's a lot of demand in terms of mobile TV delivery these days. So you're finding that a lot of content creators are distributing on the likes of YouTube as well as podcasting and PSPs. And MPEG-4 is an easily editable codec and easily moved across because it's a much more smaller packet as such. So that's the reason that we use MPEG-4. Now the XT-Cam EX3 basically has a half-inch mount, full 1920-1080 CMOS sensor, XMO branding, meaning that we've got 1,920 analog to digital converters on it, brilliant noise levels, reduction in noise levels. The benefit of using a half-inch mount is also in terms of cinematography work is that you get a much shallow depth of field compared to a 1/3-inch chip. In this case, we've got a 700 protocol remote. So what it means is that we're able to equip the likes of an RMB 750 or 150 onto the camera and have external control of a lot of the paint functions, iris and things like that. In addition to that, we've got timecode in and timecode out, as well as gen-lock capabilities. So the perfect solution for multi-camera work, for studio work. The viewfinder is a 3.5-inch viewfinder which doubles up as your eyepiece viewfinder as well. There's a little device that actually slots in here and just pops open to reveal this 3.5-inch LCD. The lens on both the EX1 and the EX3 has been purpose designed by Fujinon to fit the camera. It's a professional autofocus lens, so in fact what happens is you slot this ring into the back position. The camera is now in manual mode with definite endpoints, and if you slot it into the front position, it's in full auto mode. There's a new dial that we've incorporated into this camera based on research done on the EX1, and what it is a framing, basically allows for frame increase or decrease. Currently in 1920-1080 mode you can select between 1 to 30 frames, and in 720 mode you can select between 1 to 60 frames. And the way that you would operate that is to press the button, which will then illuminate in a blue color, and then you can dial it up or dial it down depending on the frame rate that you want to record. So what we might do next is let's have a look at the configuration that I've got it in. At the moment I have a Protect device from a Japanese manufacturer which is using a fiber connection. It is the same one. Excuse me.
So the Protect device there?
Yeah, so this is the Protect device, which is the CCU for the camera, and what it's tapping into is it's coming out of a fiber connection into the camera, basically, and then a HD SDI input into this base plate, as well as your remote. And what we're illustrating here is studio operation in a much more affordable fashion. And we've got that plugged into an RMB 150, excuse me. And that's, as you can see, all of your paint functions, your white balance, your knee, your gamma, all of the detail is available on this control as well, including tally and telecom as well. And what we're trying to illustrate here is that there's different media choices from Sony. And the reason that we have that is that we recognize there's different shooting applications out there. Those might be shooting applications where you need an archive media such as tape, which is also a common interchange format, or you might need the faster throughput rates of S/S, which is up to 800 megabits, almost double that of the PCMCIA card for news acquisition. where time is of the essence. Or you might need something like the XT-Cam optical disc range, where you're looking for file-based workflow as well as a ruggedized media that serves as an archivable media, which is also cheap. And lastly, which I didn't mention, is the new professional compact flash offering from the HDV side of our business. Utilizing tape and this is the best combination for archiving and faster workflow with compact flash. Compact flash also is a relatively cheap form of media to record on, which means that with you're able to basically upload in about 13 minutes, 60 minutes worth of vision. So brilliant. The other thing is that all of the formats that we're talking, all of the recording medias that we're talking about, all utilize MPEG-2. So really this should address the question of that Sony's got too many formats. No, we don't. We all use MPEG-2. We've just got different media options.
Okay. And what are the cost comparisons with the different media here?
Okay, well, a 25 gig disc would probably cost you about $25 US or $30 US, something around that price point. An 8 gigabyte express card will be about $500 US, and an 8 gigabyte compact flash card is about $100 US, and tapes, I mean, $15, something around that, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yes, and we've got a new hard disk for the XT-Cam EX as well, which is the PKU60, which will give you about 3.5 hours worth of recording. What we're illustrating here is the hard disk which has been put into the BMW EX3 deck as an ingest device. Okay, so what we're demonstrating here is the archive and distribution of some of the formats that we've spoken about. So here up on the LCD is the XT-Cam clip browsing software, and what it allows you to do basically is to handle the files that are recorded onto this card, which is also known as a BPAV folder, and in that BPAV folder you'll find vision and audio. So really we needed some sort of browsing software that can handle that in one package. So this tool will allow you to convert the files into MXF if you're looking for AVID import, or will allow you to then also come into Final Cut as an MOV. The other thing that the software will allow you to do is to archive the content onto Blu-ray or onto professional disc. So this is the professional disc, which is also the XT-Cam optical, which currently comes in 23 gigabyte or 50 gigabyte for dual layer. And basically what you can do is save the content of the XT-Cam Express media onto this, up to 50 megabit on a dual layer disc. So really, as an archive medium, it's a lot cheaper, and it's a lot more robust too. And
is this a prototype or?
This is a prototype.
Yep, and it's a field archive unit.
It's a field archive unit, and what it is a solution basically, for field archive of compact flash and compact flash and SPIS media. The way it works is that you've got two slots in the front. You put in the media in there and you hit duplicate, and it will make a direct copy of what's on the media. It runs off the BBU batteries, which is also found on the XT-Cam EX, or the MPF L series batteries, which is found on the HDV camera range. SATA connection drive in there, so you should be able to operate the discs once you start finding capacities that are increase in size. At the moment it's 200 gig, I believe, is what we're talking about, but we'll be able to do that up to 300 gig or 400 gig. One thing that I didn't mention earlier was that the EX30 deck will give you down conversion via iLink of the 25 megabit files that are recorded on the Express card media. As you know, the camera doesn't do down conversion. It's a hardware solution for that.
Okay, so the camera doesn't do down conversion, but the deck will.
The deck will do it. The clip browsing software that I spoke about earlier in the archive and distribution section will also give you down conversion capability.
Where's the EX? Where's it finding usefulness? What applications at the moment?
Well, XT-Cam EX has probably been used a lot for documentaries and for affordable cinematography work, or as a secondary camera. But really it's going to come into its own for education and things like that as well, where they're looking at a platform that can record the full 1920 1080 It's not going to look like a true professional camera. So you're able to capture in places where you ordinarily would need licensing and things like that. And you're able to utilize the MPEG 4 codec for on-demand delivery. Yeah.